Hello, my name is Alan Myberg, and in this video I am going to show you exactly how you can hire competent, reliable virtual assistants and build systems in your business that can run without you. I'm going to show you a 4-step hiring approach and how you can research and define success for the perfect VA, how you can write the perfect job post, and how you can create a seamless, clear onboarding process and build out a beautiful project for them to follow, and then how you can optimize and scale the role or the person who is in this role, and how you can turn them into a permanent fixture in your business if you want to do that, or a permanent part-time fixture in your business, or how you can just get them to solve that problem for you. I have been hiring VAs for my own business for over 10 years now, and with my businesses as well as my clients' businesses who I help onboard VAs. I've hired hundreds of people in so many different roles. It's hard to even start listing them all out. But if you stick until the end of this video, I am going to show you my all-time favorite roles and how I hire in those roles and what these people do for me. Now, this all became very real to me a number of years ago when I was listening to Dean Jackson talking about the concept of who, not how. It's the most incredible thing. And I know that a lot of people really do understand this intuitively and do run their businesses through this approach. But when you look at it through this lens of asking who, not how, all the time, if that is a filter by which you work through when you are looking to do something, everything changes. If it is not absolutely in your own personal zone of genius, then it is a waste of time you trying to learn how to do it or figure things out, and you need to then be saying to yourself, who is going to do this rather than how am I going to do that? So that is the major paradigm shift you need in your life. How is not the question to be asking, who is the question to be asking. So that changed everything for me. And if I come up with an idea or if I need something done in my business, then I immediately ask myself, who is going to do this? I don't ask, how is Alan going to do this? Alan does things like this. I do creative work. I talk to my clients about developing the processes in their business that can get success done for them in this same way. I spend time in front of cameras doing this or recording videos in my various courses and programs that I build to help people do this. That's where I am the best performer. No one can do that in my business other than me. Every other bit of my business I can outsource to another person to do. So that is exactly how I came about doing this in my business and why I love the whole idea so much. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to break this down into the 4 steps. These are the 4 steps that I approach every single hire through these 4 steps, and I want to show them to you and how you can use this to build perfect systems in your business and a perfect environment for everyone to succeed. Because let me first say this. Everyone's got it backwards. They go out to the market and they want to hire a VA and they say, I need someone who can do this, this, and this. And they haven't given thought to how to create the perfect environment for that VA to succeed in. And if you look at it through that lens, just about any competent VA will be able to do what it is that you want them to do. Obviously, if it's their field. A competent video editor is going to be able to edit videos the way you want them done if you create an environment or a project that they can succeed in. And that I can guarantee you, a competent video editor is going to succeed in that environment. But if you just dump things on them without creating that environment, then they will not succeed and they will disappear, or they will let you down, or you will be very disappointed and you will lose heart in the idea of hiring great VAs. If you have a media buyer that you want to run Google ads for you and you don't give them an environment to succeed in, and you haven't done the first step in this process that I'm going to show you, then you are also going to fail and you will once again be disappointed. So the idea is, how do you set up this excellent environment for the perfect VA to thrive in? You really need to internalize that thought. So that brings me to my system. And in my system, step 1 is research and define. So we want to research and define success. Once again, a beautiful line by the one and only Dean Jackson says, how do we let the perfect person know what success looks like? You need to be able to really encapsulate for the perfect VA what success looks like. So if you were hiring someone to edit YouTube videos for you, you would want to go out and research your competitors' YouTube videos and what makes those YouTube videos successful for them. They're going to have certain transitions and certain themes to their videos that would suit the niche that you're in and how you do things. You need to go and research that. They're going to have certain thumbnails and packaging that make for an excellent YouTube video. You'd want to go and research that. How they script their videos and what it is that they do to hook people in, you'd want to research that. And you'd then want to create a swipe file that you could put together all the information in. That can be a Google Doc, it can be a Miro board like this. I love Miro. I bring in the pictures, the screenshots, the ideas, and I drop them in a Miro board and I write notes around them and I create these webs of diagrams that people can follow along with. And if you were going to create ads on Facebook or Instagram, so meta ads, you'd go into Ads Library and research the ads that you'd want to create and what they look like, how those ads work, the stories that people tell in those ads, the creative elements to the ads. Some ads that I create have a very distinct creative structure to them. Even the outline of the ad, where I feature in the video ad, has a certain look and a feel. I put tickers running across the ads to show different elements to my websites and my business. I might have the headlines, sub-headlines, and calls to action on the side of me, and I might be on one side. I use different things. I found all of this out by researching and coming up with ideas. If you were going to go and run Google advertising, you'd want to go and research what your competitors are using in terms of keywords, the site extensions or the site links that their ads go to. What does their Google My Business profile look like? What type of images are they using? What type of reviews and Google reviews are they getting on their page? And what are people worried about? This is all research and would all really determine for you what success looks like in your Google Ads campaign. So then you could go from there and you could create keyword silos that you could give over to a VA and say, these are the keywords that I would like to use in my ads campaign. You could show that VA what the funnel should look like, where they're going to go to next. What does the landing page look like? Is it a quiz? Is it just a simple opt-in form? Is it a VSL without an opt-in form that books them into a calendar? Whatever the process is, go and research that and then create that swipe file of ideas and what success looks like. And so then we would go into step number 2, and that is to write the perfect job post. Okay, and so we go to write the perfect job post. And what are we doing to write the perfect job post? I'll tell you what you want to do these days. You don't want to worry about anything other than going to your favorite LLM. Maybe it's Claude, or maybe it's Chat, or maybe it's one of the others. But let me tell you, you don't want to waste any time other than asking one of these LLMs to give you their best job post. You go in and tell them what it is that you're wanting to achieve. Tell the LLM what success looks like, because it's a large language model. It understands. Talk to it. Even record it into your phone and drop it into the chat as a transcript. Tell them that the person that you're looking to hire and how you're looking to achieve success and what they will be doing. And it will compile the best job post that you could possibly create without any complications or without any problems. So then you go and you drop this into the LLM and you tell the LLM what success looks like in the situation that you are going to hire for, and tell them what this person's going to do and all of the elements around your research. The LLM will turn that into an exceptional job post. And in this job post, what you want to do is you want to add in an Easter egg. You want to tell the LLM to write in at the end that they must leave a little surprise there, a little Easter egg that will get the perfect VA to follow through and either leave a certain word in the subject line or a certain word in their application, or they will do something small, or whatever the case may be, because this is going to show you attention to detail. And there is nothing better than a person who follows what it is that you're doing and applies some levels of attention to detail. This then is the perfect VA that can succeed in this environment that you are creating for them. So they're going to then apply for job posts from you, and which is going to then bring us down to number 3, which is building out the project. Now, we are in the process of talking to the perfect person, and at that time, we go and we create the project, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to use one of these LLMs again, and we're going to ask the LLM, ChatGPT or Claude, this is what success looks like in my business. I am going to hire one of the VAs that applied off of the job post that you just wrote. Let's now build out a step-by-step framework that we can add into Asana, Monday.com, ClickUp, or Trello, whichever project management software you want to use, or for that matter, just a Kanban style Google Doc. And then you ask ChatGPT to create the CSV file for this and save it to your desktop and upload that into your project management tool of choice. What we're doing is we're creating a step-by-step sequential project. Keep it nice and simple, but a step-by-step sequential project that can keep you on track and that can keep the ideal VA on track as well. Now, what we do is you then go through on that project, you just step by step list them all out, and then you record a Loom video showing how you would want any of these tasks done. If it's something that you know nothing about, you only go back down to what success looks like. And thereafter, you ask them to please list out what it is that they are going to do and record a Loom video for you going through the steps of what it is that they are going to do for you. And this will then allow us to take the project as well as all the elements and ask the VA themselves to create an SOP. The VA creates the SOP, not you, because they know that this is what they are going to be doing on a day-to-day basis for you. Now, if they're an expert editor and you don't know anything about editing, that is fine. But they must lay out all the steps that they are going to follow through this whole process in the SOP so that we can establish what it is that they are going to be doing in the idea of what success looks like in this project. And that is all in the SOP. And once we've established the SOP and we have the project together, now we are in a position to do the last step in this process, which is optimize and possibly even scale the role. So what we're doing then is we're going to our VA and we are looking at what it is that they've done. We're telling them where there might be a few mistakes. We're recording a Loom video asking them to change things. Once again, if you don't understand how Google Ads work and you're hiring a Google Ads expert, what you will understand is where there might be a breakdown in the communication, or there might be a breakdown in the funnel, or they haven't articulated something in the written copy the way you wanted it done. You will be able to see these things because you are the business owner. You understand the positioning and the messaging of your own business. You will have done your research in step number 1, so we know what success looks like, and we're going to be able to see where these things might break down. We don't need to know how to put the UTM parameters in the right place. We don't need to know how to do the Google Analytics or add the Google tags and set the events in Google. We don't need to know how to do that. We just need to know that these things need to be done. The VA does those records them into an SOP so they are always followed. We know that they need to always be followed. We optimize the process, and then we either turn this into a regular role, or it becomes a permanent role, or it becomes a part-time role, or it's a one-off project, and we have achieved success. This process and following this process will get you to the goal every single time. I guarantee it. If you don't leave out a step in this process, you will always win with VAs. You are creating a perfect environment for a competent person to succeed. Do you get incompetent people that apply and that may slip through the net? Of course you may do, but you are really limiting the chances of that happening by following this process and following the hiring that you will do because of that perfect job post, and because of the Easter egg and all of these insurances, and because of all the research you put in. You really are limiting your chances on a bad hire, and you will also have really given yourself an upside there that the person coming in is going to succeed. In all of these countries that export labor and that do gig roles or VA related roles, Philippines, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Eastern Europe, whatever, they all have different people with different skill sets and expertise. I can promise you, I have never seen it any different. They all want to do great work. They don't want to let people down. They want to do excellent work, and they want a 5-star review or testimonial on the platform that they're on, or they want to keep feeding their families and keep a roof over their head. So they want to do great work. I have never been scammed. I have had the odd person disappear on me, and it's more often than not that they found a better role and they were applying at the same time, and so they just disappeared on me. It was just easier to disappear than to tell me. Some people just decide that that's the way they want to run their world. Other people tell you, listen, I found another role and it's better, and it's my perfect role, so I'm going with that one. That's okay. But very few of them disappeared for any other reasons because I followed this process. Okay, and I said if you stick around till the end of the video, I'm going to give you some case studies and some ideas of the various roles that I have hired for. Obviously, number one on the list for me is going to be video editing. And I do for ads on FB and Insta. And I do for YouTube. And I also do for organic reels. I hire different people for different roles because I want someone who's an expert at ads and understands the Facebook and Instagram ecosystem. I like people who understand YouTube and can edit for YouTube, and so that's a different role. And organic reels and things like that, or all sorts of different organic short videos, takes a different skill set. So in those areas over there, I hire different people. Next role is I hire graphic designers. When I want to tell a graphic designer what success looks like, as I said, it's just research on ads, it's research on blog pages, it's research on creative, whatever it is. If I want to do a layout of a book or the layout of a pamphlet that I might be producing, whatever it may be, I find all the examples and I bring it all together and I create that environment and I hire graphic designers to put that all together. I have my own web developer and designer who builds everything for me, and she has been with me 7 years now, and every element of the system has been put together and it's become like a flywheel with us. We are so perfect in tune to what success looks like and how things work in our business and how we optimize SOPs and KPIs and how things look. It's just absolutely in sync. Like I say, 7 years that Dee has been with me, so that has never changed. Now, the other things that we have, I have a legal business, and in my legal business we have leads intake specialists, and those leads intake specialists all know exactly what success looks like. It's a phone call. It's establishing whether someone has a case on a no-win, no-fee basis, whether they meet the criteria of 2 doctors having signed them off from work. Have they been off work for a certain period of time? And do they have an insurance policy with their superannuation? We built that into an SOP and we created a call sheet for them to follow, and they follow that call sheet and they work their way right through it. And that is what success looks like for the leads intake specialist. We have in our legal business hired paralegals, and those paralegals work with the leads intake specialists. We created all of the SOPs. They created along with me to follow along with the insurer and how they work with the insurer to get all of the information. Once one of the lead intake specialists has brought someone on board, they hand them over to the paralegals, and we have SOPs for them and what they follow. All of these people follow SOPs that were created by our lead intake supervisor. He created at this stage a 48-page SOP that every single person within our organization must follow. They must sign off on. I have created Loom videos that they all follow along with. I have created FAQ videos that they must all watch every quarter. They must watch them and follow along with the entire sequence of videos and report back that they have signed for and report back that they've watched all of those videos. Those SOPs and those ideas all created by the leads intake specialists themselves. They asked about those FAQs. I recorded them once. I handed them over to them, told them what success looks like on a phone call, told the paralegals what success looks like if they are in contact with a insurer or a superannuation fund. I explained it all to them. I have hired bookkeepers to manage our bookkeeping in our business. Once again, told them what success looks like, explained it all to them, wrote up a SOP and a project, got them to work through all of our accounting software that we use, understand the reconciliation processes, record looms, come back to me, ask all the questions. You create the SOP. All of these people hired through this same process. Cold outreach. Whenever I have wanted for myself or for my clients, needed to get in front of people where cold outreach was the process, I researched cold outreach. I didn't become a cold outreach expert. I researched it. I understood what needs to happen for my email to reach the inbox. I researched and found out the basics of it. And then I created an environment where someone could do this and succeed. But I told them success means inbox. Success means not burning my domain name. I need to find out how we get the domains that we can use and the domain authority on those by warming them all up. I just told the VA what success would look like. I hired for that role. ChatGPT wrote up the job post for me and told this person what success would look like in this role, left the Easter egg they hired. We put the project together. We built out all of the domains. We warmed up all the email inboxes. We used the right software. They told me what software to use. They came back and said, we will use Instantly for this. We will use Apollo to scrape all the names. We will do all of these things. They wrote the SOP themselves. They recorded their Loom document showing me what they do. And they came back and we optimized. And we changed it. We started the campaign. We started noticing how many people were applying back to the outreach campaigns. We optimized, and that role is now a role that's in my business on a permanent part-time capacity. So these are case studies and roles of people that I have hired in my business, and I continue to hire, and I have other roles as well. It all comes down to the idea of having this idea in your business of what you would like to achieve or what you like to build and what success is going to look like, and then going out into the marketplace and finding the who is going to do this rather than asking how. Now, I'll leave you with a few final thoughts. Do not get hung up on watching these people and what they do. Find out the KPIs. Find out what it is that success is dictated by. For our leads intake specialists, we know that they might have leads that come in that aren't always perfect. So we average out over the period of a month. Success is a certain amount of leads signed up. And on a daily basis, they report in with the amount of authorities that they have got for our business and how many they have brought into our business. And based on that, we measure success. We don't go and track their computer screens. We don't go and track their every single one of their phone calls. We do blind test phone calls every now and then into our own system, or we'll get people to do a mystery shop on our system so that we'll know that they are following scripts. We do all of those things like any other business will do, but we don't police them and their every move. And I don't want to see how their mouse scroll moves and what they're doing and whether they stop for an extra 15 minutes because they need to take a phone call because their mum is ill. We don't worry about that. We understand that they're in a different country, but we have told them what success looks like. And our KPIs are the amount of authorities that they have signed up in our business over a period of a month. And they report into our group WhatsApp channel on a daily basis with the amount that they have signed up. And then we collate those over a period of a calendar month, and over the whole team, we will know if someone is not bringing their side of the bargain, give or take 5 or 10 authorities through the case of the full calendar month. We will know if someone's not bringing their side of the bargain. So that's basically the process. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you'd like to find out more, there's a link below. You can go to my Assistant Accelerator program if you'd like to find out how you can hire a perfect VA for your business, or otherwise reach out to me and book a time to speak directly with me if you'd like to get in touch and find out how I can help you set this up in your business. If you want to build a team of people like I have done in my legal business, it is an absolute game changer. It will change the way you see hiring from the Philippines or from any other country for that matter for your VA in the future. Thanks and bye for now.